Old Man River, that old man river.
Welcome to Fresh Fishing. I'm Martin, aka Old Man River, and after 50 years of serving in the army and working for the MOD, I've retired and I'm ready to get out and do plenty of fishing. In this series, follow me whilst I vlog my fishing trips around the northeast. Each video will be a mix of 2 or 3 sessions combined. Hope you enjoy the content. Today I'm on my own. As you probably know, I recently retired, so I'm tending to get off and go fishing on my own quite a bit when other people are at work. Although today, of course, it is a Saturday, but my other half has gone to a show in Leeds, so I thought I would make a day of it. And I've come down to Poolbridge Farm, which is just north of York, and I'm on M Lake, which is a day ticket lake, but you have to be a member. Membership costs £30 initially, or it did 2 years ago when I first joined, and then you pay £12.50 for the day, 7:30 till 7:30 in the evening. You have to book it online through lakebookings.com, and when you make your membership, you get an account with lakebookings.com, and that's all sorted out, and it works very well. M Lake is a lake which was fashioned from two lakes that were 2 old course lakes here, and they decided to join the 2 lakes together in the shape of an M with 3 legs clearly, and they stocked it. They took out all the small fish and stocked it with several 20s, and there's said to be several mid-20s in here now, although I haven't caught any of those yet. I haven't seen anybody catch any of those mid-20s as we speak. The best I've had, I think, was about a 14 pounds last year at some stage in the summer, and I haven't had any better than that as it stands, but it's a decent day. We'll see how we do, and I'll get back to you later. Okay, here's my swim, and I've got 2 rods out. I've got one just over here close to this island, and then the other which is on a Parker Baits boilie, with some free offerings of Parker Baits fruit and nut boilies with an OG boilie on the hook, is just here, very close to the island, which I put out using my bait boat 2 or 3 minutes ago. So I've been set up and going for probably about 10 minutes now. I'm going to have a cup of coffee. It's quite a windy day, 14-15 mile an hour, which is cooling it down slightly, so hopefully later on today, this afternoon, the bites will come. That's generally the case here. You might get something early morning, but then throughout the day it's intermittent, and then you get your bites sort of 3-4 o'clock onwards. So we'll see how we go. Talk to you later. Well, I've been at it about 2 and a bit hours, and I just put a bait out over on the island with the bait boat, and as soon as I dropped it off, the alarm went. I didn't even have time to get the boat back, and picked up this little common, which is probably about 5-6 pounds. So hopefully start of many. Oh, and just to add to that, that was using the Parker Baits OG boilie with the fruit and nut boilies as free offerings, straight into a bite, so that's great. A little bit more scenery from M Lake. It's probably, I don't know, about 3 3 acres in total. It's got 3 legs coming off it, so I think that's probably why it's called the M Lake. It's shaped that way. There's only probably another 3 anglers over there, 2 in the bailiff, and another 2 over the other side, just behind the island on the left there. You can just coming into picture now, and that's it really. Fairly quiet, and apparently they spawned about 2 weeks ago here, so it should be okay later on. We'll see. Well, just had a rain shower, and that seems to have mixed things up a bit, and I managed to get this mirror, which is probably knocking on for £10. It's probably 8, 9, possibly 10. I'm not going to weigh it. I'll get it back in as soon as I can, but hopefully more of these to come. Great stuff. Well, the weather's turned for the worse at the moment. There's been a few showers. I've put my day shelter up and retreated into that. I've got all my kit inside at the moment, so hopefully bit of cloud, bit of rain will turn the fish on, because it's been reasonably slow, to be honest. Only 2 fish all day, from 10 o'clock. That's now 6 hours, and I've not had any more runs. It's just been 2 fish, so hopefully we can get a few before I knock it on the head at about 6:30. Let's see. You never know. So just had another a common, small common. There it is, probably 5 or 6 pounds. Nice to get after such a long wait, but I'll get it back in now. Home from home at the moment. A bit of rain, so put the day shelter up and put all the kit inside. I'm the only one on this lake now, on this part of the lake. There's still a couple of anglers behind me that have persevered with the day and the conditions. One of them's the bailiff. They seem to be catching a couple, but nothing more than I have. So it's been quite a slow day, to be fair, but still, I've enjoyed it. Final fish. Managed to get this nice little mirror, which is probably about 8.5, 9 pounds. So not bad for the final fish of the session. Well, here we go, all packed up and ready to go. Lake nice and peaceful now, nobody else left on it. Sun's out now, stopped raining. When you pack up, that's what happens. So, session wise, not too bad. Bit of a slow day, 4 fish all day, no other runs, a couple of knocks here and there, line bites, knocks, probably fish picking the bait up and then ejecting it, but just the 4 fish, and the best fish was about just short of 10 pounds, with another one that was probably 9 pounds, and the other 2 5 or 6. So the elusive mid-20s or even high teens are not coming out of here at the moment. But I think that's been pretty common on all the venues that I fished over the last 2 weeks. With a spell of hot weather, I think it's just slowed things down, and possibly over the next couple of weeks, when the weather settles down a bit and it becomes more constant, then the fish might turn on, and they're probably just over spawning, so not biting as much as you would hope them to. But all in all, a good day. I've enjoyed it. Today I've got a day session on Tees Valley lakes, Stockton-on-Tees or close to Yarm. I'm currently sat outside in the lay-by, waiting to get in. At 10 minutes past 10, I'll get a text to tell me the gate key or the gate code, and then I'll be able to get in and proceed to my swim. So I should be able to get set up and fishing by probably 11:15, 11 o'clock, and my day ticket runs until 9 o'clock tonight. So I've got about 11 hours of fishing on Eagle Lake at Tees Valley, and I think the lake record there runs to over 30 pounds. Some good big fish in there, so I'm hoping I can get into some of those. So more to follow later on once I get onto my peg, get set up and show you what's happening. Well, now been going about half an hour, nothing yet. No lines, no line bites, no knocks. Everything's set up now. Swim's all complete. I've got my day shelter up because it is quite windy, and we're just waiting for some bites. Bit of action down on the lake below, Yarm Lake, which is a coarse lake. Some guys fishing down there, 5 or 6 of them. Not seen anybody catch anything yet. The chap at the top on peg 5 here, he must have been on an early bird ticket. He's had one fish earlier this morning. Don't know what sort of size, and that's how we stand at the moment. So it's time to get the kettle on, I think, and have a cup of coffee. I haven't had one yet. Let's see how we go. So I'm set up now just after 11:15. I've got all 3 rods out. I've used the bait boat to get one out to the far bank straight up the centre of my swim, and that's on a method feeder with a wafter. And then I've got one out to the right of my swim, tight to the end of the lake basically, and that's on a boilie with several free offerings around it. And then I've got one to the left the left end of my swim, which again is on a Parker bait spoilie with again some free offerings, and I put that out with the bait boat, and that's tight to the far bank as well. So things are looking okay. Let's see how we go. I just had a bit of movement, a bosh over on the far side in the reeds, close to the reeds. So I've bait boated a rig out into that area. I've pulled back the method feeder rod, and I've put that up the margin now, which is about 5 meters up the left hand side. Give that a try up there, and I've just rebaited the rod, which is a rod length off the grate or the exit point at the end of the lake. We'll see how we do. The blackbird come and have a look at the swim. Well, it's 4:20 now, and still had nothing. Had one knock or line bite a couple of hours ago, and that's it. There's been fish showing in the area, but nothing doing yet. Hoping it's going to switch on shortly as it gets later and towards knocking off time at 8 o'clock, or well 9 o'clock, but I'm probably going to pack up about 7:45 and move away. So here's hoping in the last 3.5, 4 hours that we can get something. Yeah, just had some excitement. I was not looking at the rods. I was sorting bait out, and a baby duck swam across the front of my rods, and 3 bite alarms went off in unison, and I thought, oh no, but then I saw the duck, of course, and calmed down. Okay, let's run you through my setup. I've basically got 3 Sonic Vader 10-foot rods and 3 Sonic Vader bait runner reels. That was 360 quid's worth when I bought them, probably about, I don't know, 2 years ago. The rod pod is also Sonic Vader. That was 40 quid, so that's 400 quid's worth. And I've kept it in the family for the bite alarms. They are Foxes, and I got those for 240 quid. So basically there's 640 quid's worth there, which is not bad for a run-of-the-mill budget, upper budget if you like, setup. They work perfectly well. I've caught some good fish with them, especially the reels in France, but yet to be tested in October when these rods go to France with us. Can't wait for that. All things being equal, we'll get some good fish there. It's just after 6 o'clock, my final 2 hours. I've just rebaited and repositioned all 3 rods, 2 of them in a similar area, 1 in a slightly different area, but still in the vicinity of where they were before. Let's give it a go for the last 2 hours and see if we can get a bite before we knock it on the head at 8 o'clock. Well, I'm going to give it another half an hour and then call it a day. That'll be 8:30ish. I've had nothing all day, a couple of knocks here and there, probably line bites, I don't know. The other chap on the lake on peg 5, he had one first thing this morning and he's had nothing else all day either. It's just been one of those days, I'm afraid. You get them in fishing, so I'll give it a go for the last half an hour and I'll call it a day and come back another day and try again. Well, I'm afraid it's a blankety blank. Didn't get anything. Couple of knocks, no runs at all. Been one of those days. The chap on peg 5 caught 1 fish this morning, and that was before I arrived, and it's been quiet all day. So to chalk it up to just one of those things in fishing, and come back again and try again sometime in the future. I can't say I've not enjoyed it though, even though I haven't caught anything. That would have been a big bonus, but I've had a good day anyways. So there we go. Come back and try again another day. Bye bye. Today I'm at the Catterick Complex, which is only 10 minutes from my house. So I literally left at 5 to 7 and I was through the gate at 5 past 7. So very close. So that's good in that respect. I'm on Kendall Lake and I've got a day ticket, £15 for 3 rods. From 7 till 5, 10 hours you're allowed to fish, I was told by the lady when I paid the money. So we'll see how we do. I've been fishing literally for probably half an hour, 45 minutes. Put 2 rods out with the bait boat, one into a bushy area, and the other one by some lily pads, and the other one where I saw some movement, sort of bottom centre of the bottom end of Kendall Lake. So we'll see how we do, and I'll hopefully talk to you later with some fish on the bank. So this is my peg. There are my rods. I've got 1 rod over by the lily pads there, another rod under those bushes, center of the swim, and then I've got 1 over to the left, right in the middle of the area there, where I saw some movement first thing. So I just casted to there with a quick mega method feeder. The other 2 I've got Parker Baits boilies with some free offerings. So we'll see how we do. I'll talk to you later. Well, been going for just about an hour or so, and I got my first fish. It's a big crucian carp, no barbs on it, so that's why I'm pretty convinced it's a crucian carp. And it's quite big actually. It's probably 2-3 pound, and that's good for a crucian carp. They're I think the record's probably only about 6 or 7. So yeah, first one, it's welcome on the method feeder, and I'm going to get it back now and see how we go from there. Well, it's now about 11:15, almost coming up to 11:15. It's been raining for the last sort of 45 minutes, and I'm sheltering under my brolly because I didn't bother putting my day shelter up today. Just had a cup of coffee, and what I'm going to do in a moment is reset the rods. I might put one up the middle of where I'm fishing, one on the right hand side in the area of the bushes, and I might reposition the left hand rod, which was on a method feeder somewhere over that sort of side. I'll decide on that in a moment, but I think I'll just reposition things, or indeed just rebait the areas and see how we go from there. Hopefully the rain has cooled the water a little bit and just cooled things down, shook things up, and that may help with the fish and get them feeding. You never know. Let's see. Yeah, it's now 20 past 11. Just reset the rods. I've kept two in the same area. Just rebaited those, and I've moved the feeder rod just over to where I saw some movement out towards the middle of the lake. So let's see how we go from there. The rain is easing off now, so we might start to pick up a bit. You never know. Right, it's just after 12, about 10 past 12, and I've seen loads of movement over the rear of side of the lake, over my sort of shoulder to the left where I was fishing before. It comes around in a sort of a bend here and stops just round the corner. So I've repositioned my rods, and I've got one just to the right of the spit of the little bit of island that's sticking out there. I've got one just round the side of it, to the left of it. I've got one straight up the middle where I saw movement, and then one over far on the other side in the reeds on the far bank. Seen much more movement over here, so I thought I'd give this a go this afternoon and see how we do. I've got just short of 5 hours now, so let's hope I can get into a fish. It's 1:30 now. The rain has sort of held off for an hour or so. It's just started to drizzle a little bit. I saw some serious movement right over the other side of the lake, so I've just boated a boilie out there with some free offerings, really close to where the movement was, in the middle of a couple of areas of movement, and that's right over the other side of the lake now on the far bank. So let's see if we can pick something up from over there. I'll quickly show you where it is. Yeah, right up the centre of the swim there, there's a reed bank, and there's a blue pipe just to the right of it. That's where all the movement was, and I've moved a bait to within probably 18 inches, 2 feet of those reeds right in the centre. Let's see if we can pick something up from over there. It'll be a nice run and catching at range if we can do that. Let's see. Well, 3 o'clock now, so I'm into my last 2 hours shortly, and I'm going to put the kettle on in a moment, have a cup of tea and a biscuit. I've just repositioned 2 of my rods right over on the far bank because I've seen some movement over there. So I thought I'd try over there for the last couple of hours. I'll quickly show you where that is in a moment. So yeah, I've still got one in the tree area, in the rush area to the left of where the blue pipe is sticking out. That's over this area, and then I've got a rod right over in the trees, right over on the far bank there, a couple of feet from the trees. There's been movement over there all day. Let's hope I can pick something up in the final 2 hours. So cup of tea time. It's just after 25 past 4. Sort of 5 minutes ago, I had a run, got the fish all the way in to a rod length out, had the net in the water ready to go, and unfortunately I lost it. And I did get it to the surface a couple of times. It was a decent fish, probably a high double, if not over 20. So great shame that, losing that. It just did a final run before the net, and unfortunately must have pulled the hook because it got away. And that was on the method feeder with a wafter. So there we go. Unfortunately, half an hour to go. See if I can get another one. Well, unfortunately, it's that time of day, 5 o'clock. I've got to pack up. So I'm just going to slowly pack up now. I've still got 3 rods in. I'll pack them up one at a time and leave them in. You never know. I could get a bite before I finish packing up. So yeah, one this morning, and then a really good run at about quarter to 4. And I think I lost that one in the weeds. And then a really good run at 20 past 4, where I got the fish to the net. It made a final run on the clutch, and I must have pulled the hook, unfortunately. But it lived to fight another day without being in the net. So it's been one of those days. I've enjoyed it though. I've had a bit of action in the last couple of hours, so that's been good. And I think I will come again, although I need to negotiate with him about this 5 o'clock finish. Try and get it to a 7 o'clock finish would be a lot better, because the action really is in the last couple of hours. So we live to come back and fight another day. All good. Bye bye. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you don't already, hit that subscribe button and click the alarm bell to get notifications.